What is up, all you lizards? And
You turd slinging music monkeys.
welcome back to the podcast, the annual podcast episode. Um, how is everyone? It's been a while. Hope you guys are good.
We are doing so good.
We're great. Today's episode, well, for starters, did you guys see the headline that Ozzy's gonna perform? And he has Parkinson's. We know this, but he's in a wheelchair now. He can't walk. So, in my head, when I was reading this article, I was like, was he just gonna like turbo fire himself on stage in the wheelchair?
It's literally becoming weekend at Ozzy's. He's already got the sunglasses.
He does. He's had the sunglasses.
I mean, I guess a wheelchair is kind of like punk in a way. It's kind of mechanical. It's like you could make a real spooky one like those 1800s wheelchairs where like the back was like this tall.
There's like bat wings on it.
Yes.
I was just thinking about that. I was like trying to figure out all the possible ways. I was like, is he going to be in like a manual wheelchair? You think he's going to just like with an electrical one? You think he's just going to like remote control himself around the stage? Like
Right?
I don't.
Imagine.
Sharon's like she's like backstage and she's got like the little remote control. She's like, how does that work? How does that
Oh my
work?
God. Man, do you think that snorting ants for years had anything to do with it?
With his Parkinson's?
Yeah.
He snorted ants one time.
Maybe he liked it and kept doing it.
It's possible. We are
And maybe
talking
the
about
ants
Ozzy.
liked it too.
They were like, rock and roll!
Yeah, because then the ants probably got high off of his
Whatever was going on up
nose.
there.
Yeah.
It's just like a disco up there. Like flashing lights. Oh, I love
Man,
to
what
see
else
it.
is in the news?
Well, that's kind of a big thing. Black Sabbath is doing a Back to the Beginning event, and it's a 1 day show in Birmingham. Um, Tony Iommi's birthday was like 3 days ago. So happy birthday, Tony Iommi, guitar god.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Um, so yeah, like headliners like Metallica, Slayer, they're gonna be at the show.
Nice.
Um, Other guests, Zach Wild is gonna be there, which makes sense because him and Ozzy were doing like he
Drugs.
yes.
Sorry.
Beep. No, I'm just kidding. No, he collabed with Ozzy on his latest album that came out, Patient Number
Oh,
Nine.
cool.
So that should be cool. I don't know if we have any subscribers or listeners in the UK, but that's
Cool.
happening in June this year, this summer. I was looking for other rock news and I really couldn't find anything. I was looking up stuff about Janis Joplin because I heard that Janis Joplin had said something about Jim Morrison being the worst sex she's ever had.
Oh,
Which would make sense
shoot.
because he was drunk all the time.
That's right.
So I found some other stuff. I couldn't find anything on that proclamation whatsoever. The amount of Google searches I did. Couldn't find anything on that. But apparently, she hit him over the head with a whiskey bottle because he got so belligerently drunk at a party in LA when they met. This was when they met. And
No.
he was like obsessed with her. He's like, I want to be with you, like all this stuff. And she's like, honestly, no. sorry, not interested. And so it got to the point where he just like kept bugging her and bugging her and bugging her. And she ended up like hitting him with a bottle of whiskey over the head at a party.
Dang.
Because he gets like there were always rumors going, not rumors, but like people would always say that when Jim Morrison drank, which was pretty much all the time, he'd get like violent.
Mm.
And so it got like got really bad.
So she beat him to the punch.
Yeah, she
Got
did.
violent first.
She did. And he reached out to like a mutual friend of theirs and was like, "Can you just like send me her phone number so I can call her?" And he was like, no, that's a bad idea. We're not doing
Oh,
that." So yeah, I guess Morrison was just poor Jim. Our Lizard King was just so heartbroken over Janis Joplin, which is wild to me. I don't know. Maybe she was like a witchy woman or something.
yeah, probably had
So,
him bewitched.
mm-hmm. And that wasn't the first time. So the second time they were on the East Coast and there was this major show going on and like Jimi Hendrix was there, Jim Morrison was there, Janis Joplin was there, the McCoys were there, and a bunch of other like super famous rock musicians were at this um, nightclub. And so Morrison was already like belligerently drunk, and Janice just got so pissed off about it, so she hit him again with a glass bottle.
He's like, that's how she says she loves me in
And
a
he
British
liked that.
accent.
He liked that. He was all into that. He's like, "Oh, she doesn't want me. Let me
Oh
just try
shoot.
harder." And she's like, "No, you're literally disgusting. Like, leave me alone." And hit him over the head twice
Dang.
on both coasts.
But then didn't they date or something?
Couldn't find
No?
anything in there.
Okay.
She like actually really didn't like him at all. Like
Mm.
she wanted nothing to do with him. So I don't know. Maybe they did hook up and she didn't remember because she was also a drunk. She's like, yeah, it was the worst sex ever. She's like, I
So is
don't
that a
even.
real quote or did you just hear that somewhere?
I just heard that. So I had to
From
look into it.
Mm.
We're gonna say the source is anonymous.
Mm. Okay.
But yeah, I don't know. I couldn't find anything. Maybe it's in a book somewhere. But there's one. Back to the whole Sabbath thing. Tony Iommi set his drummer on fire
Nice.
a long time ago. They were on tour, and he. This is funny. They used to play pranks on each other all the time. Like Tony Iommi was a shit, I guess. So they'd play pranks on each other and on like, their what do you call that? Their roadies and stuff. And so they would have this one where they'd pour isopropyl alcohol on each other and light a match. And typically, like, it wouldn't hurt them, I guess. I don't know how that works. But they ended up doing that again as a prank. And then because I think Iommi was just drunk out of his mind. And he thought it was funny. He thought like the drummer was joking around, but he
Hmm.
like literally his entire body caught on fire.
Oh
But he
no.
kept pouring alcohol on him.
Oh no.
And so he suffered from third degree burns. And he's fine. He's
Man.
fine.
See,
Uh
if he had shown up when Janis Joplin was smashing people with alcohol,
See?
could have
Who
been a different
knows?
story.
What other stories did I find? One of the guitarists of Guns N' Roses, Blondie, right here. Duff. I want to say McFadden, but that sounds really wrong. Anyways, he did so many drugs and drank so much alcohol. Like he was up to a gallon of vodka a day. A day. A gallon. That's 120 ounces of vodka a day.
Yeah, that's not safe.
His pancreas literally exploded.
Damn.
Yeah,
So rockers have a problem with alcohol on the outside and the inside of their bodies.
100%. It'll either kill you or it'll turn you crazy. You'll end up in the 27 club.
Yeah.
Something will happen. Or you'll survive being lit on fire and you'll survive your pancreas exploding. Or you'll be like Ozzy, who's not human and survive the whole damn thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, those are some stories I found.
Nice. All right, folks. Let's get serious for a minute.
Kevin,
There is
I can't.
there is a scourge upon us in the music industry, as we well know. The scourge of lizards. Suspect number one today.
Is that Iggy Pop?
It sure is. I don't even have to make a case for this one. Look at that. That's a lizard body.
Dude,
We just I
why is
mean,
he bent like that?
that's how he stands. That's a lizard posture for sure. Look at this. He's first of all,
He's not wearing any underwear.
that man is wearing one piece of clothing. I
And it
swear
doesn't
he's
even fit
molting
him.
his skin. This is not skin. This is replica skin on top of a reptilian man. Look at that. This is and that posture. Look at him. He's a cylinder. He's a tube. That's a snake with arms.
I never would have thought about this. Dude, I swear those pants were photoshopped on.
Yeah.
There's something is so wrong with it.
Somebody give Janis Joplin a call.
She's dead.
Shit. So that's Lizard Watch number one for you.
Okay.
Lizard Watch number two. Check this boy out.
Um,
Lucian Grange. Lucian?
sir. He has a sir.
Sir Lucian Grange. This guy, first of all, the name. That is the most snake-like name that I've ever heard. Lucian?
Look at his ears.
Yeah, that is a perfect name for a Slytherin professor. It's just anyway, this dude runs Universal Music Group. And I was browsing the Instagram comments on some video about AI music, and this person named Adam HXOXO. I guess he like has his own little record company. Um, he says, and I quote, I've worked with Universal Music for years, and they are always 385 steps ahead of everyone else. Lucian is brilliant, and his play goes far beyond streaming. This is about the future of AI rights as well, all about controlling the larger market shares so they have the ability to dictate what AI royalties will be deemed industry standard. AI is about to disrupt everything once again, and fans are going to have the ability to create their own songs using the AI voices of their favorite artists.
I've been
Hence
seeing
why,
advertisements for stuff like that.
yeah, yeah. So this guy, he's like, I wanted to go and create my own music company, yada yada. That's what the comment was about. But I was like, I've never even heard of this guy, and he's 385 steps ahead of everyone else.
I didn't
Or
know who was the CEO of Universal Music
yeah,
Group. I had no idea.
this dude, he's got the typical controversies, Diddy, whatever. But um,
Wait, no, we are not glossing over that.
well, it says that there was a
Diddy.
lawsuit that named him, and then he got them to withdraw it. We don't know how, though.
Oh,
Did
he was
these
at those parties.
most likely? But it's really interesting looking at like his betting on the future of AI music. Check this out. Unrelated to him specifically, but just AI music.
Mm-hmm.
This is a site, Suno. It's all generative AI music. Here's just
Harpsichord
like,
symphonic metal.
yes. There are just like, it's basically just like generating genres. Look at all these. Pacific reggae Afrobeat. Accordion jungle? I don't know if you can say that. So this one's actually sounds kind of cool. The harpsichord symphonic metal. What do you think?
That's impressive.
I had no idea that AI music was this far along, but I think that Spotify is probably in the background building something similar. And I guess the Universal Music Group, this guy Lucian, the
Mm-hmm.
devil, is doing similar things, trying to secure these rights to train their AI models. So, like, I was reading a couple articles. One was saying like the idea is to have like artists um, have like a new sort of DAW, digital audio workspace, I think, to
Yeah.
help them write music. So you'd be like, "Ooh, I want Paul McCartney to like spice up this song that I'm doing," or something like that. But right, you could only have access if like you're an
Mm,
artist if you're signed to Universal Music Group because they've got all the rights to the Beatles and whoever else.
right.
So now there's like more of an incentive to sign with a specific group. And then everything you make is then going to become training data for their AI as well, and it's going to be like this feedback loop. Crazy.
Dude,
But then yeah,
corporations are taking over the music world.
I know. And this
That
guy,
is
he's just
nuts.
unsettling to me because he plays it off like he's like a music lover and a human. And it's like, well, then why are you making all these big bets on AI?
Right. You don't love music, you love the technology and the money that it's gonna make you.
Yeah.
Think about this, right? All of these guys back here, whether they were very good or semi-decent players, all had to come up with their own stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Or or they would take excuse me, they would take a motif or something that they had heard from a different artist and they would turn it into their own
Mm-hmm.
music. That's creativity. That's that's using a part of your brain that isn't being used anymore by just allowing a computer to make your music for you.
Mm-hmm.
And like lyricists, I mean, you can have Chat GPT write you a song. You and I messed around with that not too long
Yep.
ago. And I don't know.
Did we do that on the show?
No. I
We
think
should.
it was when I was hanging out with you guys.
Let's write a Hot Leather Pants original right now with Suno.
Okay.
All right.
Um,
What's the like the genre, the sound?
hair metal.
Hair metal about space reptilian lizard overlords. Okay,
Cosmic reptile.
domination. I love it. Let's try it. And these are lyrics too.
This is not the idea that I had.
Yeah, this isn't hair metal, is it?
This is metal.
Nebulas burn, planets quake. Under their reign, every soul will break. Eyes of cold, slit and cruel. Reptilian overlords, absolute rule.
Why is it good though?
I know.
Nebulas burn, planets quake. Under their reign, every soul
There's the bridge. Get to the bridge.
suffering is avoid. They reign, suffering is sweet, endless gain. Galactic power in their grip. Under cosmic iron whip.
Whoa, now Cosmic Iron Whip is actually pretty real.
That's real.
All right, so let's try this other one. That's more hair metal. Late 80s kind of. Oh, look at this photo too.
Scales of power, cosmic kings.
Sounds like
Control,
Judas.
they rule all things. Galaxies tremble at their might. Space reptilian.
The scream.
Very Dio-esque, huh?
Very.
Planets quake under their reign. Every soul will break.
Skip like to the bridge.
Eyes of cold, slit and cruel. Reptilian.
Where's the breakdown?
I assume this is it. Oh, yeah. Dang. No. It's too good. You can't be doing
This
this.
is not fair. This is like kind of Metallica, Megadeth-ish.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Well, shoot, man. I hate it.
Well, guys, that's the end of the podcast forever. No, I'm just kidding. We have nothing else to show. AI is going to make a better one anyway. So what do you think about this though? Because the competition is going to be 10 times harder now. Like
Absolutely.
now bands and artists are under this whole pressure to either utilize these track systems and I mean they're going to have to compete with that.
Yeah.
Like this like obviously poses some type of threat within the music realm if somebody's writing or just using AI to make a song like that and then copy it on their instruments or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't even have to try.
Man.
Versus like the creativity aspect of it where like using Aerosmith as an example, like they'd all be sitting in their apartment and he'd be playing his guitar and he'd come up with the most random things and
Yeah.
they'd turn it into a song. While Steven
Huh.
Tyler worked on the lyrics day in and day out,
Yeah.
you know?
Well, it's like we're approaching the singularity that everyone's talking about. You know, like there's not going to be real instruments anymore. It's all just a computer.
Right.
And then the next step is like a Neuralink, so you don't even have a computer, you just think up a song. But that's going to take away a lot of the human aspect of like learning a skill to play the
Right.
guitar, play the drums. Like that's good for your soul to
Yeah,
struggle to learn something and become a master at it over time.
exactly. I don't
Yep.
know.
The lizards win every time.
I just want to know why they all want us to be the same.
Yeah.
My dog agrees. She's like, yeah, man. That's crazy, though.
Yeah. Well, maybe rock and roll will come back. It's the ultimate rebellion.
It is the ultimate rebellion. It's gonna have to. I have a book called Corporate Rock Sucks, and I'm sure
Ooh,
that was written like some 20 years ago, I think. Maybe it was written
nice.
more recently than that. But I mean, now here we are with corporations using AI.
Yeah.
Like, imagine classical musicians, classically trained musicians in a symphony or an opera setting, or a chamber music setting, or anything like that. Like, an AI can, or composers for that matter, like, AI can challenge that
Yeah.
within what that took 10 seconds.
Yeah. I know. What's even the point of music at that point?
They're taking away the one thing that connects everybody universally,
Yeah.
and just putting it on a computer. I hate
Man.
AI.
Down with the
Hate
lizards.
AI so much. Let's start a revolution.
Let's do it.
An anti-lizard revolution. Anti-corporation.
Yeah.
Because,
Well, can we wrap up with a quote of the week from Ice Spice?
yes,
All right, everybody.
she's so
Take it
good.
away. Take it away, Ice.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of crazy to me that I feel that, we
Mhm.
still get swept up and hyped that way, even in 2023. I love the fact that you're sitting on the knowledge that you don't give a shit, though.
I literally don't give a shit. I'm a Capricorn, so
What does that mean?
we don't give a shit. Yeah.
She said that on live television.
Look, we've said some dumb stuff, but never on that level.
I've never said I'm a Virgo. What does that mean?
No, you don't give a shit.
No, you don't give a shit. It's called being a human. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's called being technologically
Yeah. Also,
brainwashed.
I am a Capricorn, and
You do
you
give a shit. No, I'm just kidding.
I give more shits than you. So
I don't understand. And another thing, not just the fact that she's like,
she's witchy. Yeah. It's such a good impression.
I'm a Capricorn, so so what?
Oh my god.
Today's
Yeah, on that
weird.
note, folks.
That's it for today. We're gonna do shorter podcasts. We filmed a Van Halen one, but the computer that we did film it on took a complete doo-doo on me, so we're gonna have to re-record that. But
Understandable.
until next time, lizard gizzards.
Keep slinging that poof.